Personality Part 3. Third, extroversion. E. Extroversion is a trait characterized by breadth of activities and energy creation from external means. People having high extroversion are talkative, enthusiastic, open minded, sociable, assertive, and courageous. On the other hand, people having low extroversion are less talkative, shy, alone, and less involved. Fourth, agreeableness. A. The agreeableness is a trait showing an ability of an individual to get along with people and concern for social harmony. People having high agreeableness are kind, loving, caring, friendly, and cooperative, whereas people having low agreeableness are uncooperative, jealous, hostile, and argumentative. Fifth, neuroticism. And neuroticism is a trait showing the tendency to experience negative emotions such as anger, anxiety, or depression. People having high neuroticism are anxious, depressed, irritable, fearful, impulsive, angry, and unstable. People having low neuroticism are balanced, calm, and stable. Measurement of personality. Psychologists seeks to measure personality through a number of methods. Behavioral analysis techniques, self-report inventories, projective techniques, and psychoanalytical method of measuring personality are as follows. Behavioral analysis. The behavioral techniques such as interview and observation, etc., help in assessing the personality of an individual. These behavioral techniques can be explained as follows. A. Interview. Interview is the most common method of measuring personality. An interview is a process in which an interviewer tries to collect information about the personality of an interviewee by asking him/her various questions. The factors like time taken to give answers, gestures, postures, body movement, etc. of an interview are also taken into account while measuring personality of an interviewee. The following are the main types of interviews. First, structured interview. Structured interview is a type of interview in which total number of questions to be asked to the interview, the sequence of the questions, etc. factors are predetermined. No questions are added or deleted on the spot. Generally, industrial psychologists use structured interview while selecting a particular employee for a particular job. Second, unstructured interview. Unstructured interview is a type of interview in which the total number of questions to be asked to the interview, the sequence of questions, etc. factors are not predetermined. Depending on the responses of an interviewee, some questions are added or deleted on the spot. Generally, clinical psychologists, counseling psychologists, health psychologists, sports psychologists, etc. use unstructured interview for collecting detailed information about personality of the client. B. Observation. Observing an individual in various situations is another important method of personality measurement. For example, a psychologist can observe how a child behaves when the teacher is not present in the classroom, or how a factory worker behaves in a workshop when the supervisor is not present. Observation method proves very helpful if it is used by a trained psychologist and with clear objectives and guidelines for observations. Naturalistic observation, laboratory observation, participant observation, non-participant observation, etc. are some of the types of observation that are helpful to collect information about the personality of an individual. Self-report inventories. In self-report technique, an individual provides information of his/her own personality by responding to questions/sentences set in a particular inventory. Minnesota Multifaceted Personality Inventory (MMPI), 16 Personality Factors (PF) by Cattell, Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, High School Personality Inventory are some of the examples of self-report inventory. Projective methods. Projective methods emerged from the psychoanalytic school of thought. Projective methods are intended to uncover feelings, desires, and conflicts that are hidden at the unconscious level. In projective test situations, an individual responds freely to relatively unstructured or ambiguous materials. While responding, individuals project their own personalities onto the unstructured stimulus, often revealing personal conflicts, motivations, coping styles, and other characteristics. Some of the major projective tests are as follows. A. Rorschach's ink block test. This test was developed by Hermann Rorschach in 1921. It uses 10 irregular ink blots, 5 in black and white, 5 in color, standing against a white background. Each ink blot is shown in a fixed number of ways, and the subjects are asked to describe what they see in each card. The subjects are allowed to hold the card in any position they want, whether it's upside down or sideways. Analysis of this test required trained and skillful examiner. B. Thematic apperception test. The TAT was developed by Morgan and Murray in 1935. It requires the individual to look at the picture and to interpret it by telling a story. The individual is invited to say what led up to the scene in the picture, why such events occurred, what is currently happening, and what the consequences will be. C. Sentence completion test. In this test, an individual is given a series of incomplete sentences and he/she is asked to complete them in his/her own words. For example, I feel anxious when. Summary. Personality is the dynamic organization within the individual of those psychophysical system that determines his/her unique adjustment to the environment. Many factors shape personality of an individual. Psychoanalytical perspective, humanistic perspective, trait perspective, type perspective, social cognitive perspective are some of the important perspectives of studying personality. Psychologists have developed various techniques of measurement of personality. These techniques include behavioral analysis, self-report techniques, and projective methods.